In this video, we're gonna fight Dominion. So the special effect is the debuff. So the more debuff the boss has, the more damage you will do to it, up to 5 stacks of debuff. And curse damage increase, berserk stack, so it does more damage as you progress through the fight. Then make sure you include medics or guardians on your team. As for the gimmick itself, it's very simple. They have a soul link, so they share the damage. Then when you kill the angels, so there's gonna be 6 of them on the field. 2 of them are gonna be angels. If you kill the angel, you will resummon and you will get back SP also. So it's very good for Joker because Joker has extra action, it's gonna keep using SP. As for the team, this is gonna be quite a premium team, definitely. I will include a free-to-play version without SMoko at the end of the video, including the rotation. And the person to replace with is Soy. Soy is actually... I didn't know you can do that, but yeah, Soy is actually not bad as a replacement. I will show you the rotation, but you do need Mesa Synergy 5 for the bullet reload. But anyways, let's go through the characters. First of all, we have Joker, of course our main damage dealer, most likely spamming skill 3. You might want to use skill 1 occasionally, depends on those stacks, depends on if you kill them or not. The highlight, you can do damage. Then Revelation card, we have Hindrance Departure, 5-star weapon, /sprint. Next up we have Core. Core, very simple, skill 2 buff, skill 3 enable highlight, skill 1 can shock, highlight can buff damage. Gave her the Trust and Power set. Trust and Prosperity also works, you need Prosperity set for this one, so it's a bit flexible. I give Prosperity on Moko because I don't have like the good cards, so 5-star weapon is required here, so that we can hide on the first turn, the stat screen. Now for Moko, and to explain how she works. Moko on first glance is going to look very confusing, very complicated because of so many stuff here, then the description very confusing. Sometimes the wording also very weird, but it's actually not too bad to understand once you start using her, to understand. So her A0, it's very simple. If the foes have 3 sparks or more, you will spend 3 sparks or multiple 3 sparks to do a floor attack. So if the foes have 6 sparks, you're gonna use all 6. If they have 9 sparks, you're gonna use all 9. If they have 7 sparks, you're gonna use 6 and they'll have 1 left. And then the fallout damage itself can do damage, obviously, because it's damage. Then you can decrease the target's damage for 1 turn and can heal also. So it does 3 things: do damage, debuff opponent's damage, and heal your team. And then another small thing to note is that the less number of opponents you have, the more damage this follow-up attack will do. And this follow-up damage unfortunately doesn't reduce down point unless it's a win. If you are win inside, then yeah, okay, you can knock down. But it's not a psychic move, I think, because if you hit a weak psychic move, it doesn't actually remove the down point. Only with win inside. And then when you defeat a foe that has a spark, the spark will be transferred to another random enemy. As for the skill 1 does 4 hits. And each hit, you're gonna inflict a spark. So 4 sparks total. And you will prioritize the targets that you haven't hit yet. So if it's 4 targets, you're gonna have 1 hit per target. This skill is not really something you will use much. The only time I can think of to use this is when you are in a very dire situation where all your team members are almost dead and you need healing. Because the thing is, skill 2 can only heal 2 person, the main target and another person from the passive here, this one. So that means another person is not gonna get healed. What skill 1 can do is that it can inflict 4 sparks and that will immediately trigger the follow-up attack to heal your team. So that's really the only time I can think of to use this, which is very rarely, especially in guild bosses, SOS, in like a event fight, whatever, this can be useful. But for this video, we are not gonna use this at all. And another important thing here is actually the passive. You actually want to upgrade this to maybe level 8, level 10 if you want, if you have the resources, but you do need to use this to go level 9, level 10, which is super limited. I don't even have any anymore. But the reason why you want to level this up is because of the passive of the skill 1. And this passive is that it increases your A0 damage and healing, but you don't want to level this up. Skill 2 is your healing move. You heal 1 target, the other target gets healed on the passive here, which is great. But then this kind of becomes useless when you have her A1, I guess, because your skill 2 healing applies to everybody now. And if you are her A1, then skill 1 is going to be absolutely useless. Because like I said just now, you can use skill 1 to like do a quick insta heal. If you have skill 2 already, you don't even need to use skill 1 because skill 2 can AoE heal anyways. Yeah, skill 2 can buff your attack and element accuracy and damage. So these 3 things. Element accuracy is definitely useless for Joker because Joker doesn't need that. But for future damage dealers like Haru would be good. And then on top of this buff, you will increase attack further based on a target's element accuracy. So again, this is useless for Joker because we're not going to build element accuracy on Joker. And it inflicts 1 sparks for each time your Joker do damage. So if you use skill 2, On Joker, Joker is gonna inflict sparks when he attacks. Doesn't matter highlight or skill. When he attacks, he will inflict the spark. And only a maximum of 5 sparks, which is very unfortunate, I feel. I feel like this is very limiting. I feel like she should have been like capless, no cap, no limit, because it'll be more fun, right? Joker's gonna be super good with her if there's no limit, because you can extra action, keep using attacks. Sadly, no, there's a cap of 5 only, which isn't even enough to do a 2 follow-up attack. Instead of skill 3, skill 3 is gonna be a AoE damage dealing move, but it will debuff the opponent, so the opponents will take more damage for 2 turns. And it will also make it so that the opponents will get sparks if you attack them. It doesn't matter who attacks. So for skill 2, only your Joker can inflict the sparks, because skill 2, you target one of your DPS, your main DPS. For skill 3, anybody can inflict a spark, but up to 5 stacks again. Very unfortunate. Once again, I feel like it's a really missed opportunity. They should have really increased the cap. So it means that if your core uses a skill 1, which is an AoE electric move, they will get the 5 sparks. But then once you hit that cap, Joker attacks again, no more spark, because you used up your 5 stacks. And then one interesting thing about this skill is that these 2 turns, this debuff thing, lasts for 2 turns, but counts down on Moko's turn. So it's not like your typical debuff where it counts on your opponent's action. This one is on Moko's action, which is pretty good. I feel like more skills should be like this, because tying your debuff to your opponent is more annoying, I feel. And one other thing, skill 3 cannot give sparks itself. So if your teammate don't attack, you don't get the sparks. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention, if your skill is a multi-hitting skill, let's say like a Floret skill 3, I can hit like 6 times, you can also get sparks up to 5 times. So it's not just AoE move. Multi-hit moves can also give you the sparks. And the highlight honestly, I feel like it's pretty freaking useless. You do 3 hits of damage and then you give 3 sparks. That's all. Literally, that's all. That's terrible. There's no debuff, no nothing, just get 3 sparks. Just immediately give the follow-up heal, follow-up attack, which I guess in like an event boss fight or whatever, this is a good emergency heal. It's similar to Minami's ceiling, right? You can use the highlight to do an insta heal. So at least that's something. But SOS Guild Boss, you pretty much, I don't see any way why you would use this. And the funny thing is, at A4, you're gonna do 2 extra hits. So 5 sparks. That's, yeah man. Now for the passive, this one is just some like personal buff to Moko. It's based on your HP recovery. At 42%, you get this extra damage and this HP. Which probably explains why my Moko does pretty low damage, because I don't have enough HP recovery. The other one, like I already explained, just makes Q2 heal an extra target. So hopefully it's not that complicated after I explain this, because it's actually not that bad. You just need to understand how the sparks are generated, and then it becomes quite easy to use. And your rotation is just going to be Q2, Q3, Q2, Q3. And honestly, you don't even have to think about like demising her, because she's just Q2, Q3. Very simple. With Q2, Q3, you will activate the follow-up attack every single turn, because that allows you to debuff the boss and do heal. So you heal every turn with the follow-up heal. And the reason why you will heal every single turn is because your DPS always attacks. If your DPS always attacks, and there's at least 3 targets on the field, you will always activate the follow-up heal. Because if your DPS always attacks, you always get the sparks, even though it's only up to 5. But 5 is enough for a follow-up attack. Okay, I think I've explained her very long. Now with Revelation card, I think her best set might be the Harmony and Victory set, which I don't really have enough of. But can I use it? The reason why this is pretty good is not because of the wind damage, but it's the 2 set one is useless. The 4 set one can give you extra damage. 25% chance to deal 20% of the user attack as bonus damage. That's cool, that's extra damage, but what's more important is the space card. The full set effect, I guess, may have the Harmony and Victory set. So when you do the follow-up attack, like the extra, not the Moko follow-up attack, but the current follow-up attack, this one, the 4 set one, if you activate 25% chance, you will actually debuff your opponent. And I believe it debuffs everybody. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure, haven't tested it, but it's a 12% debuff, so that's really good. Trust and Prosperity is also a decent one, because Prosperity is often just good for the highlight gauge. So if you don't have it, just give it Prosperity. Then for Cord, you can also give Cord Departure Control or the Trust Power. It's fine either way. Then I only have a 4-star weapon. 4-star weapon honestly isn't that crazy, just some extra healing, a bit of attack. Then the stat screen. For Navigator, we have Wind. Wind is here is because she can debuff. Skill 1 can debuff. Skill 2 can also debuff, which is the auto one. So you can activate the stage effect, which is up to 4-5 debuffs, right? These 2 can debuff. And then Moko's AoE heal, AoE damage can do another debuff. Her skill 3 can do a debuff, that's already 4 debuff for free. Then couple that with like Alice or whatever, just one more debuff, you can reach the cap. The Resolve and Label set, 4-star event weapon, stat screen. So Wonder Weapon, give him Ex Machina. put curse in front for Joker's damage. So Persona, we have Alice as the first one for the highlight and for die for me. Then her passive can also increase the curse damage taken, which is useful for Joker. Next up we have Succubus. Succubus because I'm using Dionysus on the other side. Then Succubus can also help activate the harmony, 10% harmony with Alice also because they're cursed. So Rebellion and Tarukaja, you need this. And the passive is very useful. Succubus is still good because of the passive. The extra crit rate. The last one doesn't matter. I'm not Uzume, but I didn't even use her because I find that Mazionga is not as consistent, mainly because I don't have the high accuracy boost, so it's only 2-2. And if you have Walk Thunder on this Thor signature move, you might want to consider swapping Alice and Amino Uzume. Skill rotation, just swap it to Mazionga. So Alice would be the one that becomes useless because we don't use Alice anymore if you have like good chances to inflict shock. Amino Uzume can increase the crit also. And crit is usually like really good, and then if you are able to shock them, you will increase the crit damage they will take. So that's really good. And for turn order, 1, 2, 3, 4, Court 3, Joker 4, these two doesn't really matter much, but just put Joker first. Very simple. But yeah, let's start. Okay, after sitting through that long animation, now Wonder, we go Rebellion of Joker. Then Moko, you're gonna use Q2 to Joker. So buff his damage, his attack, to allow him to inflict a spark, which is this one. This says here 5, right? It means that it can apply 5 sparks to the opponents. So it's Q2 Court on Joker. And now we're gonna highlight with Joker. So you can see that Moko has no stacks right now. Once I use Joker's highlight here, she will get 5 stacks. So pay attention to her icon. It could be 5 now, and becomes 2. It becomes 2 because it spends 3 sparks to use the follow-up attack. To heal, to debuff, and to do damage. So the follow-up attack will always use the sparks with the multiple of 3. So 3, 6, 9. So if you have 6 sparks here, she will consume all 6. If she has 7, she's gonna consume 6 and you have 1 left. Now we're gonna skill 3 with Joker. Sadly, this will not give sparks anymore because she has given out all the 5 sparks already. That's really like very unfortunate, I feel. Okay, but okay, for some reason this that's strange. It suddenly become 1. Oh, I think it's because we killed the angel just now. Probably. Actually, I don't know. Is that you can do yes? Yeah, this game doesn't make sense sometimes. I don't know. Okay, no, we're not gonna use Win. We use Joker's Q3 again. Okay. Now we're gonna win skill 1 to debuff. You can retarget anyone, doesn't matter. And now we're gonna go to Alice. We're gonna use Die for Me. This will increase the crush damage they take. Then Moko is gonna use skill 3. Okay, so okay, just nice. I think I can show something here. Assuming I kill with skill 3. Does it kill? Okay, never mind. I cannot show. But anyways, we use skill 3. There's 6 targets, right? But she can only give 5 sparks. So similar to the previous turn with Joker. And these 5 sparks can be given by anybody. So Court here can give the sparks. If she uses skill 1, which I will, because that's a rotation. I'm just gonna target the one that is weak to do more damage. You shock. You shock. Okay, good. You see that spark becomes 6, then it will become 1. Oh no, it becomes 0 because multiple of 6 thankfully it kills, which is good. And then okay, she has 1 spark again for some reason. Okay, anyways, with skill 3 here, this will no longer give any sparks because Court already gave the sparks. So Smoko skill 2. So whoever you target using Smoko skill 2 is gonna be the one who inflicts the spark. And in this case it's Joker because we buff Joker. If you use Smoko skill 3, it is whoever that uses the enemy attack first. Then they will give all the sparks. Okay, no win. We skip 3, we don't highlight first, we delay a bit. I forgot to mention, her skill 3 can also increase the damage the opponents will take. This one, 19.5%. So that's a free debuff. Now we win skill 3. Then we're gonna highlight with Alice to debuff. Then Wonder is gonna use Taro Kaja to buff Joker. He's also buff crit because of Circuit Burst's passive. Then with skill 2 on Joker. Again, this will give him the ability to inflict sparks. Now with skill 3, this will inflict spark because Joker is gonna attack. So right now, Moko has 1 spark, it's gonna go to 6. You can look at the thing. Comes 3, 4, 6. Then the thing I forgot to mention also, the follow-up attack will debuff the attack, unfortunately. Which is just Summer Reminiscence instead attack. So that kinda sucks. If only it's like a defense or something. Because we don't really care about debuffing attack. But for this stage it's okay because we need to reach 5 debuffs to get this to 30%, which we do. So that's good. Now we skip 3. It's so unfortunate that my Joker always barely kills Angel. If I'm able to kill it consistently, then I can get a lot more points. Because the Angel has like 100,000 health or something, I think. Or 70,000. So that's like 70,000 points times 1.5 because we're currently 3rd turn. But yeah, we skill 1, we win actually here. The reason why we skill 1 here is so that win skill 1 is going to be active the entire turn. The entire fight, except for the first turn because we cannot use win on the first turn. So we skill 1 here. And it's because of Joker's extra action, we are able to like push a cooldown 1 turn earlier. If that makes sense. Let's skill 3 again. Under Rebellion, Joker. Then we can delay 1 more turn. We don't need to attack first with skill 3 here. Now we highlight with Joker. This will give us 5 sparks even though we hit 6 targets. Because that's the limit, unfortunately. Oh, it didn't even kill. Please kill. Did it kill? It did kill? What the heck? No, it's skill 2. I think I need higher attack on my Moko. I don't really have good cards on her, sadly. But for this fight it still works. Then we skill 3. So you can see that I can literally skill 3 on Joker's turn. So both his regular action and extra action will be buffed by the skill 3, which is super ideal. The skill 3. The skill 3 again. And now Wonder is gonna use Die for me. Sadly, we don't really get to use the Emerald to make this fight. Because I tested it, at least for my team and for how she's built, she's not consistent enough. Because I don't have high enough accuracy. Moment accuracy, now we skill 2 Joker. Off him. Now we can skill 1 with him. We also skill 1 with Cold. Take the electric weak. Do a bit more than spark. A spark shock. Okay. Now we Cold highlight. Then Joker can do pretty good damage here. Skill 3. We don't kill sadly. But at least you give the spark. Flock attack. Skill 3. Then we use Tarukaja of Joker. Skill 3. Skill 3 here also. Then Core skill 3, we don't use highlight yet, and Core skill 3 Joker. This will give us 5 sparks. No? We only got 4 sparks total, that's strange. Promise this, yeah, there's one more, that is a bit strange. Okay, anyways, I think maybe because I killed one of them or something, but yeah, there's skill 3. Sometimes that's weird. Okay, now we got another 3. Attack. Sadly didn't kill. Would be nice if we did. Now we highlight. We'll pick damage. Can we get a new high score? Our highest was 44.2 I think. Skill 3. No, I think I got about the same 44.2. Ah, 44.4. Okay. That's a nice number. With Soy, I got about 39 million. 39 to 40 million. About 10% less. So here's the rotation for Soy. The free to play one. So it's actually the exact same rotation as the one with SMoko, but the only difference is just this column is now Soy instead of SMoko. So for this to work, you need 2 things. You want Code's 5-star weapon. So like the previous fight that I just showed, you need her 5-star weapon, so like a Joker highlight here. Then you also need Mesa Synergy level 5. The reason is so that you can gun here and gun here. So the Synergy 5 allows you to reload the gun. But for some reason, it doesn't actually fully reload after 2 turns. It only partially reloads, but it's only for Soy. For some reason, every other character here, Wonder, Core, whoever, they will fully reload their guns in 2 turns. But Soy only up to 50%. So 24 bullets only. I don't know why. Probably a bug, or maybe they intentionally nerf him. But either way, you need to be Mesa rank 5 to get the gun buff. So you can gun first turn and 4th turn, because gun can last for 3 turns to debuff. Skill 2, skill 3, it really depends on you and your team. For me, skill 2, skill 3, then skill 3, skill 2 works for me. It also depends on your team. You might want to skill 3 earlier here or something. But ideally, if you can survive somehow, use skill 2 like this here and here to debuff. And make sure when you skill 2, you debuff the different minion. For the card, you give control and departure. Control prosperity might work also because you can attack, but I think control departure is better overall for the debuff. So ignore the choreo, I forgot to change. This is supposed to be, I'm gonna use it, but honestly, what persona doesn't matter because we're not gonna use that persona. And with this rotation, I got 39 million, which is about 5 million less than the SMoko, which is about maybe 10% difference.